Hi, PerspectaWeather.com meteorologist Paul Dorian here on Friday, March 15th, an unseasonably mild day in the eastern U.S. ahead of a strong cold frontal system. It'll jump into the 70s in the D.C. metro region, the 60s in Philly and New York City, all ahead of a strong cold front that will produce some scattered shower activity, especially during the afternoon and evening hours. It can be a thunderstorm or two mixed in. Certainly not a total washout today. In fact, over the next few hours during the morning, there should be nothing more than a shower or two in the I-95 corridor region. More likely later this afternoon into the early part of the evening. Then colder air pours in later on tonight on strong northwest winds, and it looks like basically a cold and dry weekend for the mid-Atlantic region. There will be a clipper system dropping southeast from the Great Lakes region late in the weekend, and it could throw some snow showers in parts of the mid-Atlantic region late Sunday night into early Monday morning, and we'll talk about that over the next couple of minutes. First of all, here's the surface map as we begin the day on Friday. Strong cold front cutting through Pennsylvania and all the way down to the Gulf of Mexico region. Winds ahead of it out of the south or southwest, pushing very mild air for this time of the year up the eastern seaboard. Again, already in the mid-60s in much of the I-95 corridor region. Some areas can climb up to 75 degrees today. Some scattered showers, but a lot of cold air right behind this, and that moves in for the weekend. Really, for the first half of next week, it'll be quite chilly, quite a bit below normal for this time of the year in the Mid-Atlantic region. Now, obviously, colder than normal this time of the year is a little different than a month ago or 2 months ago. We'll have high temperatures generally confined to the 40s on Saturday, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday in much of the Mid-Atlantic region. Well, here's the current radar loop, and there were some showers that moved through the I-95 corridor region a couple of hours ago. They're now headed to the coastline here. Scattered showers, maybe an embedded thunderstorm or two, will form along this cold frontal boundary zone over the next several hours. Again, not a total washout today, not a heavy rain event. Can be a shower or two this morning. Occasional showers are much more likely during the afternoon and evening hours, and again, there can be a rumble of thunder or two. And windy conditions with high temperatures in the 70s in D.C. and certainly well up in the 60s in Philly and New York City. Those winds could gust up to 30 miles per hour or so. Well, let's take a look at last night's 500 millibar forecast maps from the 0Z GFS model run. All these maps from tropicaltidbits.com. Lots of energy over the Great Lakes here and into the northeastern U.S. as that cold front approaches the East Coast. And let's move forward here. We certainly will have vigorous energy in the upper part of the atmosphere that can produce some afternoon showers, maybe even a couple of thunderstorms in the I-95 corridor region. That slides on through. Later on tonight, we'll get into a colder air mass, and then we'll look upstream. Here's another wave of energy, and this is our clipper system that will drop south and east over the weekend from the northern plains into the mid-Atlantic region. It could throw some snow showers into the I-95 corridor region, especially Philly down to D.C. Looks like New York City might be on the north end and may not receive anything, but we'll have to watch for this clipper system. Let's move ahead here, and notice it drops south and east. This is now by Sunday morning, and then by Sunday night, it certainly can be some snow showers across the Mason-Dixon line, southern Pennsylvania, maybe even into Philly, all the way down to the D.C. Certainly can be mixed with rain at times as well. But again, we'll have to watch out for that clipper system. Then, as that passes on by, basically dry for the rest of Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday. There is more energy out there, and something could form right in here as we go by the middle part of next week. Something could form along the coastline, but with this kind of flow in the upper part of the atmosphere, it'll be quite difficult for anything to ride up along the eastern coastline. We'll have to watch for it, though. There may very well be a system down here by the middle of next week, and it looks like it odds favored heading out to sea, but we'll monitor that, of course, over the next several days. Well, let's now walk through the surface forecast maps from the 0Z GFS model run. A band of showers associated with that cold front. Again, not a steady all-day rain by any means in the I-95 corridor region. Showers are scattered this morning and more likely this afternoon into the early part of the evening. Even here, notice the back edge of this kind of bulges out a little bit to the west. The cold front tends to slow down as it reaches the eastern seaboard. That's why the chance for showers will continue into the evening hours in D.C., Philadelphia, New York City. After midnight, some clearing skies will take place and it'll turn colder. Northwest winds right here start to intensify later on tonight, and certainly a windy late night and a windy day on Saturday, and much colder compared to today. Again, 70 to 75 this afternoon in D.C., for example, and closer to 50 degrees tomorrow afternoon with a stiff northwest wind, and that continues into tomorrow night, brisk and cold, and then a little bit of an area of snow out here by late tomorrow night, early Sunday, associated with that clipper system that we'll have to watch. And again, not a big deal, but it can throw some snow showers, maybe rain showers in the D.C. to Philadelphia corridor along the Pennsylvania-Maryland border. We're talking late Sunday night in the very early morning hours of Monday, and then that moves on by, and basically cold, dry weather for the rest of Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday. Again, there will be lots of moisture down along the Gulf of Mexico, and a storm will try to get together here along near Florida by the middle part of next week. Odds favor it staying to the south and east of the mid-Atlantic region, so we'll monitor that during the early part of next week. So unseasonably mild today, windy conditions, gusts up to 30 miles per hour or so. Nothing more than a shower or two this morning, then occasional showers this afternoon in the I-95 corridor region. Maybe a thunderstorm or two. Those showers could linger into the evening hours. Then overnight, winds intensify out of the northwest. Much colder air moves in for the weekend. Basically a cold and dry weekend. It remains windy all day Saturday and into Saturday night. Potential clipper system could throw some snow showers into the Philly, D.C. corridor late Sunday night, early Monday. Primarily cold and dry for the rest of Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday of next week. That's it for now. For PerspectaWeather.com, I'm meteorologist Paul Dorian.